What's up everybody? Welcome to No Money Monday with Dog and Pony, your weekly showcase of games that won't break the bank. I'm Dog and Pony, and this week's free-to-play game is Card Hunter. Card Hunter is a digital collectible card game released on September 12th, 2013. It was developed and published by Blue Manchu as a browser-based game, and in July 2015 became available as a standalone client for Windows and Mac. It's based heavily on Dungeons & Dragons and has been described as a combination of D&D and Magic the Gathering. Card Hunter is available to play online on Congregate and at game.cardhunter.com. Check out those links in the video description. The standalone client can be downloaded from Steam for the low price of absolutely free. Let's take a look at some gameplay. Here you can see the map screen, which functions as the central hub for the single-player campaign and as a map of the land of Cardhuntria. From here you'll be able to visit your base, go to various shops, and start new adventure modules. Each module contains one or more battles, which are a lot like the combat in a game of Dungeons & Dragons, except that all of your actions are controlled by cards. These battles are the core of the game and are where you'll spend most of your time. This guy here is Gary. He'll be your game master while you play Card Hunter. He controls the enemy creatures like kobolds, goblins, trogs, and everything else. The GM of Card Hunter is like the DM in Dungeons & Dragons, but since Card Hunter only handles battles and not exploration and role-playing, the GM is essentially your opponent rather than a referee. Each battle will consist of multiple rounds in which the player and Gary take turns playing cards. Your party can have up to 3 adventurers, each of which has their own deck, but only one card will be played per turn. Battles are won by earning enough victory points, which almost always means killing every enemy unit, but some battles will contain designated victory tiles that award victory points to the player that occupies more of them at the end of the round. After winning each battle, you get to open a loot chest. These will contain various equipment for your adventurers and treasures to sell in shops. Equipment is what gives each character the cards in their deck. For example, my dwarf Kazadaz is currently barefoot, which gives him these 3 walk cards. Equipping this pair of skipping boots would give us a healing dash, flanking move, and some armor, while wearing these jackrabbit boots would give us a healing dash, mail, and a lunging hack. We'll equip the skipping boots, which replaces the 3 walk cards we have when barefoot. The game starts you out in an adventure with characters at level 20. Gary explains a lot of the rules and you get a feel for how the mechanics work and what you'll be doing throughout the game. Immediately after completing this tutorial module, Gary's older brother Melvin comes in and makes you start from level 1. I really enjoyed this method of presenting a tutorial, and it definitely got me more hooked than it would have by just putting me in control of a few level 1 characters and letting me play.
And now...
Melvin continues to pop in from time to time to insult his brother and be mean, and occasionally to be the GM for a module.
Oh yeah.
Like Melvin the Magnificent, which I consider to be the first difficult portion of the main campaign, because Melvin designed the module to be intentionally unbalanced to make himself feel cool and powerful. While the Melvin the Magnificent module was obviously created by the team at Blue Manchu and not by some random teenage boy, it's a great example of some of the deeper narrative provided in the game. Instead of just throwing you into a card game, Card Hunter has a surprising amount of real character development, and it does a lot to make the game even more enjoyable. Luckily, the hard work beating Melvin the Magnificent pays off with one of the game's 50 Steam achievements. As I've said in the past, achievements should never make or break your decision on whether or not to play a game, but in this case it may sway your decision on how to play the game. That is, it gives you an incentive to download the standalone client through Steam instead of playing in your browser.
Pizza!
Aside from Gary and Melvin, you'll get occasional Papa Manchu pizza deliveries from Karen. Not to get too spoilery, but Karen does show up a lot more as time goes on.
Pizza!
Gary and Melvin seriously eat way too much pizza. Pizza plays an important role in the game, and you may have already noticed the pizza counter at the top of the screen. While gold is the primary currency in the game, pizza functions as a secondary currency that allows you to do some things that you can't do with gold alone. If you haven't figured it out already, pizza is the premium currency that you can get by spending real money on the game. This is a definite area of controversy for a lot of gamers, and I can understand why it might turn you off to trying the game out. Pizza lets you buy things like characters from Cuthbert's costumes, which is my preferred version of microtransactions because they allow me to support the developer without feeling like I'm paying for progress in the game. Alternatively, you can buy new modules with your pizza. I'm on board for this as well. Paying for content packs and free-to-play games definitely makes sense and lets you get a small taste of the game without having to shell out any money beforehand. And Card Hunter gives you a lot more than a small taste for free. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, you can use pizza to buy chests that contain guaranteed good loot, or membership in the Card Hunter Club, which gets you bonus loot after every adventure and costs between $80 and $2,900 for durations ranging between 1 week and a full year. It's hard to nail down exactly how much that's going to cost you in real dollars because of the pricing model for pizza quantities, which I'll just show you here for the sake of simplicity. You'll occasionally be given free pizza during the campaign, but to get any significant quantity, you will have to buy it. The seemingly pay-to-win purchases made me hesitant to try multiplayer mode, but after giving it a shot, I found that the problem was all in my head. Despite being able to buy better equipment, nothing you can pay for can't be found for free, so it's really just a mild decrease in the grinding aspect of the game and a way to support the developer. Playing multiplayer matches is a great way to take the monotony out of grinding adventures for loot if you ever get stuck in an adventure module. These matches are a little bit different than normal battles, primarily because of the 20-minute time limit and the increased prevalence of victory tiles. Multiplayer battles aren't the only way to engage in the community. You can play any of the campaigns with friends in co-op mode, or play the Mob Manticore modules, which are fan-created content packs that use special characters designed specifically for the battles at hand, so you won't be using your normal party or any of your own loot. I haven't been able to complete any of the Mob Manticore modules, but they're still a lot of fun. They'll typically include cards and creatures you haven't seen, and it's really nice to get to try them out. The Card Hunter map is gigantic. I've already sunk over 15 hours into this game, and I've explored only a small portion of what it has to offer. This is a game that I can definitely see gamers spending 30 to 50 hours playing, if not closer to 100. I'm not sure the full extent of the material that is available without paying, but I guarantee that you'll get at least 20 hours of fun without spending a dime. We had a lot of technical difficulty during the production of this episode and lost a great deal of our original work. In light of that, this episode is brought to you in part by coffee. Hey, you! Wake up! Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of No Money Monday. I'm sure you'll find that Card Hunter is well worth your time.